No audio?
Okay. I just unplugged my audio. Let me see. Can you guys hear me?
Let me know if this is working. Just having a brief technical problem here. Johnny Strides. Okay, I think we're working now. All right. So I figured out what happens. I got to be really careful because when I clip this thing on, I accidentally turn it off at the same time. So we just wasted 5 minutes figuring out my audio. So I am walking north up Jane Street here. Please let me know if the audio drops out again, and I'll do my best to get that up and running. But this company sent me this new wireless mic to try out. I have no idea if it's any good or not. So this live stream is kind of the guinea pig for it. Gertej is here. Yeah, Sheena, I'm trying a new wireless system. A company reached out and they said, hey, do you want to try out our new microphone? And I was like, yeah. Send it my way, but apparently every time I try to clip it on, I accidentally press the button to turn it off. How cold is it right now? It's about -1. So now that it works, that's cool, but the other thing is, what's the quality like? Maybe it sounds like ass? I don't know. But that was the edge of the Junction neighborhood. Or I guess this still is, as Runnymede Road here is the western boundary of the Junction. Hello, Michelle Gray. And there is a supercenter. Alan Stewart says, sounds good, thank you. Maz says, it's okay. As long as it's decent enough, I can carry on with the rest of the stream, and I'll reevaluate it when I get home. Joel says that's Runnymede, not Jane. Yeah, my bad. I was out here in the cold fidgeting with all this stuff, trying to set this up. And I haven't eaten yet, but I had myself an O. Henry bar from that 7-Eleven back there. So this is St. Clair West, so I am going to head east here. John says the sound quality is not good. The immediate surroundings are not being picked up. Oh, it's... I know what you mean by that. All right, well, that's enough for me to evaluate it. Maybe I'll just plug in the other mic that I have. Sorry for making you guys all guinea pigs. All right, but this will be an interesting comparison because I have my other mic, which I will pull over here at the A1 Greenland service. And let's swap out this wireless system. See, I like it because this little thing just plugs right into my iPhone. I have no cables dangling. Throw that into my pocket. All right, how is that? Are we better? No, I just have to get the cord. 21st century. Hi, Johnny. Towards the meal later. Other mic was better. Do you get to keep the new mic for free? I do. It's entirely possible I had a wrong setting there. It might have been on like a noise canceling mode, where it was canceling a lot of the background noise. Much cleaner here, everything much better. Thank you, Alan. All right. Now back with improved audio, and by improved I mean the old audio. The only thing is now, if I want to flip the camera around, I don't have a lot of slack on the cable, so I kind of have to... But these streams aren't about you guys looking at me. No one wants to see that. People saying much better. Well, this is a much more expensive mic. It's also not wireless. 99 times out of 100, a wired connection will get you better quality than a wireless one. Now I just got to be careful because I don't have a lot of slack. Thank you, Pervez, and everyone else. It has been a while since I've been up in this area. We are far enough west on St. Clair that there's no streetcar on this section. There will be coming up. I'll be going past what's called Guns Loop. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reroute my audio cable here, because it keeps tugging on my damn phone. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to use this blue bin. Let me fix your angle. So I just finished recording a walk through the Junction neighborhood. Well, this is like the very north end of the Junction, but along Dundas Street from Dundas West Station all the way over to Runnymede. And one thing I noticed in the Junction were tons of little churches. Vita Nova New Life Church. Who are you guys cheering for? I'm not really watching the World Cup, but I do see the updates on my phone. And I saw that Brazil got knocked out today. I'm guessing that was a bit of an upset. Stephanie says, nice to see you in your neck of the woods. Yeah, I haven't streamed up here in quite a while. Sheena says Brazil is out. France versus England tomorrow. That sounds like a heavyweight clash. I'll watch it the next go around under slightly less corrupt circumstances. And there'll be some games in Toronto. All right, Susan, have a good one. Chris Mills in the house. Oh, I see. Ken has a stream alert for 5 p.m. This was almost the second straight day that we streamed at the same time. It is cold, it is windy, and we are still several blocks from all the retail action picking up. This area is where Toronto gets its name, the nickname Hogtown from. There's a lot of livestock and slaughterhouse action. Hey, that mini truck looks like it's half into a loading bay, but it's actually just a tiny little truck. Whoop. Sorry, if the camera's dancing around a bit more than normal, there is a pretty good wind. Matt says the World Cup in Toronto would be great. Yeah, I don't want to know what it is with the wind chill. I was like, maybe I'll go back home, have some food, and I'll go out and I'll live stream later this evening or tonight. And then once I was out, it was like, nah, you're out. You're just going to stream and do everything now. And this lines up nicely for me as there's some MMA to watch tonight. There's a pretty good card. So it's looking like an order a pizza, have an IPA and an edible or two. And then wake up tomorrow, hopefully not too hungover. It's 17 degrees in LA, says Yahya. It feels very much like we're out in suburbia, doesn't it? There's a part source. You have a pretty major street, but for some reason there's like homes fronting it. Like what? Not very big city-like. Cortege says pizza from where? I don't know. Domino's is usually my go-to with all their coupons. Fine Soul says reminds them of Scarborough. Scarborough, Mississauga. Complete with a big suburban style strip mall. Would it have killed them just to put the parking in the back? And just have the facade of retail along the street here? Hello, Lisa. Chris Mills lived in this neighborhood in the late 80s and 90s. If the wind blew the right way, it smelled of meat processing. Hence the nickname Hogtown. I am walking directly into a pretty cold wind right now. Bash Brennigan, 279. Are you a Leaf Cup believer yet? No, I haven't really been paying attention, but thank you for the 279. Bash Brannigan. You can chalk me up as one of those bandwagon fans when they get to the playoffs. The only team I really follow start to finish are the Blue Jays. And for whatever reason, I didn't get that into it this year. Except for their brief postseason flirtation. But thanks for the 279. And here is where the streetcar line terminates. And this is the only streetcar line that's not really integrated with the rest of the streetcar system. And there's a big Canadian Tire. There's a Walmart several blocks in the other direction. A Home Depot. Nations, as someone was just mentioning in the chat. All right, maybe I'll cross over to the north side and we'll walk along the Stockyards. Or Stockyards Village. Experience shopping, eating, and playing at Nations. Likes big box stores. I can't say I'm a huge fan of them. I'm trying to fish my other glove out. Sorry for the camera lean. Got it. I suspect they're watching the World Cup in there. Argentina 2, Netherlands 0, and they're over the 90-minute mark. Congrats to Argentina prematurely. So this thing on the left here is a monstrosity. And I remember, I think it was Christopher Hume of the Toronto Star who ripped it to bits in an article shortly after it opened. It's basically just a giant parking garage. So welcome to the bizarre Stockyards, kind of an outdoor mall. I can't say I'm a fan of this development. Joel says there's 10 minutes of stoppage time. No need to watch the actual World Cup, folks. You will be reasonably kept in the loop on this stream. Firehouse subs, a Timmy's, a Freshie, a Chipotle. Did he just say 2-1? Did we just get a real-time score update from that guy walking on the sidewalk? I'm gonna have to do a video where I come up and explore the Stockyards. SR Gotts is here. Hello.
And bringing up things like your sister-in-law's into why did you guys get it?
Podcaster and TikToker extraordinaire, SR Gotts. Gertej says 199 watching. Yeah, I started this a little earlier than would be ideal for a Friday, but I was already out. Walk to Dairy Freeze Diner. I think that is just up ahead here, right? Head underneath a rail corridor. I think it's just past that on the right. Firehouse subs or Subway, which is the better menu? I've been to Firehouse once, so I am not qualified to answer that, but I do know every time I go to Subway, it doesn't matter what sub you pick. Cold cut trio, a ham, hell, a pizza sub. If you close my eyes, I couldn't tell you which one it is. They always taste exactly the same to me. All right, so the Dutch aren't out of it. Rick says meatball sub is good. Toto recommending the fries and gravy at Dairy Freeze. Thank you, Vivian, and thank you all 200 plus for tuning in. There's a big bingo hall across the street. And growing up, often my parents would go out and play bingo. But apparently it's pretty expensive these days. Some businesses up on the hill. Shannon's reporting there's a snow warning in the UK. Do you not have chips and curry sauce in Canada? I'm sure somewhere we have that. There's the old school bingo hall. Stay safe, don't gamble with your health. All right, so I underestimated the distance to the Dairy Freeze. Back in 1904, the Junction neighborhood had prohibition put into effect. And rumor has it that it was a bar fight at this place just up here on the left that triggered that. And prohibition was in place all the way until the year 2000. As we hit Old Weston Road. So this building here, I'll get a look at it when I cross the street, was a tavern way back in the day. King's Palace, Caribbean cuisine. I wonder if that's any relation to the other King's Palace. There's the building. Talking about. Pizza pan. Dad's one in bingo. The only time you ever went. Guy seems to be confused running around. I don't know. Maybe he ran somewhere, realized he forgot his wallet and ran back. Or his phone. We've all had those moments. There's the Impact Ministry Incorporated. Did the Netherlands tie it 2-2? International Pentecostal City Mission. Wow, Lisa seems excited about something. Oh, this piece, I'm so excited. Wow, I picked a great time to stream, right? Coinciding with an exciting comeback and overtime. It is 2-2. And I already pre-congratulated Argentina. Shows what I know. She misses penalties. Well, don't they have to do 30 minutes of non-golden goal, and then if there's no lead after that, they go to penalties? And if Brazil and Argentina fall in the same day, that would be a pretty traumatic day for South America. There are two big powerhouses, Neymar and Messi, going down. There's some neat art. And a GO train rolling by. Robert says I jinxed up. Imagine if some guy walking around with a camera had the ability to influence the outcome. Well, they're watching the game in there. Ray says, where's my destination? My destination is keep going east until my iPhone battery runs out. However, in this cold weather, it is dropping like a rock. We are at 47%. I think I started at like 90%. Hello, Megan. Hey, we got a Santa Claus. There's a bunch of bars on the Danforth full of Dutch fans right now. I would guess Toronto would have more people of Argentinian descent. It's just a hunch, but I'm sure there's a fair amount of Dutch here. Hope I have a charger. Oh, this phone is strictly for live streaming. If the battery zeroes out, it's no big deal. Well, it would have been nice to see this at night. Touches how many phones do I have? Oh, I have a lot. 2 Galaxy S20s, I have my iPhone, and I've got like a drawer full of really old ones. There's Dairy Freeze. It only took me 15 minutes to get here after I said it was coming just up ahead under a bridge. And here's Caledonia Road. Extra time the Dutch are having a joint instead of an orange. There's some flag sales. Get your World Cup flags. Most of these countries have been eliminated. That guy just kicked that car, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit.
This route is better than the one
There's a very large park across the street. That's where they held Brazil Fest. Seems as if all of Toronto is under construction. Earl's Court boutique condos coming soon. Emo's Music Channel, $2. Hi Johnny and everyone, good afternoon. Hello Emo's Music Channel. Thank you very much for the $2. As we walk east along the north side of St. Clair Avenue West. I thought I might be able to make it as far as like St. Clair West Station, but with the current state of my iPhone battery, that is not going to be the case, unfortunately. How much does it cost to rent those green bikes? I thought it was like $3 for half an hour or something like that. I've only ever taken them out once before, so I would not be the person to ask. Steve Peter Paul moved to Toronto from New Brunswick. Oh, welcome to TO. And there is Prospect Cemetery. And this is owned by the same people who operate the Mount Pleasant Cemetery. And this thing goes north forever. I think it runs between St. Clair all the way up to Eglinton. It is massive, much like Mount Pleasant. So I am guessing I'll be jumping on one of those streetcars. when it's time to go back in the other direction. Whoa, what just happened to my gimbal there? Perfect weather for Uber Eats. Thanks for the soccer update, yeah. Holy shit, my battery's down to 38%. Let's at least get the stream up to an hour. You know what? If it goes to penalty shootout, I should be within a stone's throw of a bar. I could pop in, have a drink. What time is it? Jeanette in the house. It is 4:15, so we are 15 minutes from sunset period, I believe. So here we have Sticky Icky, an authorized Ontario cannabis retailer, and across the street there's a place called Mississauga of the Credit Medicine Wheel, and that is, I guess, a unauthorized cannabis dealer. They're claiming that that store is sovereign territory. I've yet to go into one of those places, but I imagine they're not limited to the same 10 milligrams of THC per unit that they sell. Whatever, they found a loophole, good for them. Scott says looks a bit raw here. Like this kind of storefront. Marie Palmer, hello. No need to be sorry. We were not late. I'm a little earlier than normal for a Friday. Don't know if bikinis and lingerie is really something I'm all that interested in shopping for. Or wedding dresses. So this is Earls Court Avenue. So the next major street, I believe, will be Dufferin, if I'm not mistaken. Clayton Crawford in the house. Oh, Scott says the weather looks a bit raw. I thought that was a commentary on the built environment here. The street parking here always makes things tight. It essentially reduces St. Clair to one lane. Then you've got the dedicated streetcar right away in the middle. Hello, Sanjib. Happy Friday to you. Brazilian food and pizza. So welcome to Corso Italia. Unlike Little Italy, Corso Italia isn't a full-on neighborhood. It's really just this stretch along St. Clair here. And that is the name of the BIA, Business Improvement Area. Hey, they're selling some Argentinian flags. FBI pizza. I was just catching a glimpse at the soccer game. Hello, Chuck Diamond. Happy Friday to you, Chuck. The AC Ranch. So this is Dufferin coming up. Crystal Wilson sees her place. And there's a lot of people waiting for a westbound or eastbound streetcar over there. Is King Tacos any good? I don't know. But that Fun Clips coupon store is still there for some reason. Hello, Christopher. I've avoided the World Cup all this time, but now people are making it seem like I should be watching it. So I could just walk north up Dufferin. That would take me closer to home. If I got on Eglinton, it would just be one bus instead of a streetcar and a subway, but it's more interesting on St. Clair here. Streetcar's not too busy. Whoa, that red Hyundai I just swerved in front of that Nissan without indicating. And the driver's laughing. Yeah, the person behind them isn't laughing. So this is Westmount Avenue. The driver was a road troll. I don't know, that video that I filmed a few years ago that just blew up on TikTok, after almost killing me, the guy was kind of like smiling and laughing to say sorry. I don't know what's funny about that situation, but it's probably just a thing that goes through the head of bad. Whoa, speaking of bad drivers. Did you guys see that turn? How do you do that? Right up onto the curb on a easy right turn. Sorry, there's a question there about live streaming at Great video. Can you tell me if you're live streamed directly on YouTube or you use an app? I use an app. If you use the YouTube app, and I think if you have below a, I just screwed my gimbal up, 1 sec. If you have below a certain number of subscribers, it'll limit you to 720. But I think you can do 1080p right off the bat from a third-party app. Lucky I wasn't standing there or I'd have a broken foot. There's probably some truth to that. Marge is here. You are so late. But still, welcome to this Friday afternoon walk along St. Clair. Chewy is here. Yeah, Christopher, that's one way to do it. Alright, the stream made it almost to an hour. We've still got battery left. Victor says, are we finally going to the CN Tower? I've streamed that way many times. Look at that. Anyone care to tell me what that, oops, sorry, is supposed to be? I think it's an art gallery. Hey, there's a Boom breakfast and lunch here. It's one of those around the corner from where I live. Ro, long time no see. Careful, I don't want to get demonetized. I think artistic nudity is allowed. But if it's graphic or if it's real life nudity, the video would probably end up being age restricted. A slice of Toronto. So this is Oakwood coming up. Jennifer says Ken is live as well. I thought he wasn't going live till 5 p.m. It's only 4:30, right? We both went live, what was it, on Monday this week? At pretty much the same time. And now again tonight. Yeah, I don't think I'll still be going when he starts up. But I have 21% battery. Can I make it to St. Clair West? I don't think I can. Well, we didn't plan it that way, Vanless Dweller. Oh. Oh, hello. Do you want to be on camera?
Yeah, I met you at Chinatown the other time.
Oh, wow, that's the second time.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you again. I remember you.
Yes, all right.
All right, cheers. Bye. Another fan. I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago. I was up in Chinatown and I ran into her. She was with some other people. Big friendly smile, friendly person. So there is a no-frills supermarket to the left here. And the LCBO is moving into the street corner. At least the construction hoarding has cleared up a bit in this stretch. "21st Century says, which is the better cell phone network in Toronto?" They have their pros and cons. For me, it's freedom. And the reason for that is it works in the subway downtown, even in the tunnels. and you can connect in most stations without having to jump on the Wi-Fi. So this is the cheapest, but also once you get out to like other cities, and particularly rural Ontario, it is pretty garbage. And then you're basically looking at Bell, Rogers, and Telus. I think that guy at that pickup truck just yelled something at me. And between those three, it's pretty much a crapshoot. I think Telus is slightly better, but they share a lot of infrastructure with Bell. Hello, Brad Palmer. Do a live stream riding on the Eglinton bike lanes. The ones by Scarlett in Eglinton. I think I've done that before actually. There's a look back west towards the sunset. All right, HT, hello to you. Apparently, there's a pretty close soccer game going on. We are no longer in Corso Italia. This is Hillcrest Village. I should come back to this area and just record a regular walking video. It's been a while. Yellow gazebo. Jeanette, $7. Cut. Thank you, Jeanette, for the 7. Some World Cup action going on in there. Thanks again, Jeanette. As we enter Mildhood. Chuck Diamond, $10 also, because. Chuck D, thank you for the 10. Thank you, Jeanette, as well. Just because you guys are awesome, thank you. always like it when people give me weird looks for a recording. Deborah in the house. All right, the phone battery is down to 12%. And this used to be my local McD's, and there's the Subway coming up that I always used to go to. Marge, $6.99 just because Jeanette and Chuck did too. Thank you, Marge. I like your thinking on that one. Thank you very much. Chris Mills says, can I make it to Bathurst? I can. It's a question of will the phone still be running? It's too windy for me to go without the microphone plugged in. If I were to plug in a battery bank, all you guys would hear is the sound of wind blowing into the phone speaker or a microphone. This is my old street, Humewood Drive. When I moved back to Canada from Korea, I rented a basement apartment on Humewood Drive. I remember shortly after I moved in, I had some friends over, and I bought a bicycle, and I put the bicycle in my unit. And then the landlord who lived upstairs came down, and she was like, oh, by the way, you're not allowed to have guests over and you need to keep your bike outside. And I was like, what? No. I don't normally clash with people, but pretty sure that I can do both of those things. And I do not need your permission to do that. So she was a nice lady, and we got along after that, but I had to put my foot down and be like, this unit has a separate entry. It is not shared. So therefore, you don't get to tell me what to do. And those are the type of things, even if they put it in the lease, they are unenforceable. I mean, come on, I was out of the country for like 4 years. I just got back. Not allowed to have a few friends over or store my bicycle in my unit that I am renting.
Yeah, I know.
I actually only ended up staying there for like 8 months. I found my current apartment. And the landlord was nice enough to let me off the lease early, providing we found new tenants to replace me, which we did. Yeah, Novell costs. Some landlords think that they can tell you what to do in the unit that you're renting. But if it were a common space and you were just like renting a room, actually they can tell you what to do. But if it's its own self-contained unit, you can't. Apparently the soccer game, it's going to penalty kicks. Brad Palmer. $7 just to beat Marge. Oh, my camera didn't flip. Thank you, Brad Palmer, for the 7. Much appreciated. That matches my battery percent. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it to St. Clair West Station. Mike Landry, $5, something for a snack. Thank you, Mike Landry. And George, I bet they could, but even if they couldn't, TS. Thank you, Mike. Oop, my camera controls are starting to freeze up. I don't know if that's the battery being low. Or whatnot. There's a Timmy. So we are almost at Bathurst. And Albert's Real Jamaican Food is coming up. Thank you, Brad. Have a good night yourself. Nancy McCallum, $5 for checking out your neighborhood. It's a fine neighborhood. Thank you, Nancy. I enjoyed my time living here. And when I was a kid, that Mustang was going way too fast. When I was a kid, there was an arcade just around the corner that I always used to come visit. But my camera did not flip around. Thank you, Nancy, very much. And I will definitely be back to this head at some point. All right, let's try to make it. To Bathurst. Bill Chow has become a member, 13 months of membership. Thank you, Bill Chow. Good to see a weekend afternoon live stream. I guess we'll consider Friday afternoon the weekend. Thank you, Bill Chow, for your continued support. Look at this fancy TD Bank. Hey, 200 Japanese yen. Thank you very much, name I cannot pronounce, for the 200 yen. Arigato. There's a place called the Garden Cafe. So if I made this light, I think I would have been able to make it to St. Clair Station. But thank you for the 200 yen. Furthest east you've been in Canada is Quebec City. The Netherlands missed the first PK. Did Brazil miss their first? Messi scores. That gas station is long gone, Marge. And on that corner where that Popeyes is used to be a 7-Eleven. Now it's a Popeyes and an A&W. A little slice of fast food heaven going on over there. Hi, George. Separated bike lanes work pretty much everywhere. Michelle Gray, $5. Thanks for another great live stream, Johnny, and all the videos. Me and Alyssa always watch them. Thank you very much, Michelle Gray, for your support. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. There's 330 viewers. And 3% battery life. So at some point, the stream is just gonna die in the very near future. So I'm just gonna thank everyone for tuning in now. We're gonna go till the buzzer. We're just gonna let the phone die. It'll shut itself off. So thanks for the support. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all that fun stuff. I heard a rumor another Toronto YouTuber is going live at 5. 2%. Well, my plan all along was to walk to St. Clair West Station. Yeah, I apologize. This stream is just gonna crap out. Oh, but if I don't end it, then it's going to stay open for a while. Thank you, Sebastian Harjat. Thanks to our mods for their work. I always feel at the end of these things like I just won an Academy Award. All right, we are at 1% battery. So what happens if I let it run down to 0? The stream is going to stay open for like 20 minutes, but I'd rather it close. So what I'm going to do is end it manually. And I'll figure out if I want to take the subway and then a bus, or the streetcar and then the subway. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Be safe. I will premiere a video tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. All right, I will catch you on the next one.